Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be that, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. It's me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, you guys? Listen, I wasn't going to come live again. You know, I have the panel tonight at 7, but I saw this article drop, and I saw some other people talking about it, and I said, well, I got to come down here and talk about it because, baby, the tribe been talking about this for 2 years. If y'all remember, for those of you that have been rocking with me, y'all come on in, hit the like button if you haven't done so already, please, and thank you. If y'all have been rocking with the tribe for about 2 years, you guys know that when this first happened, we had Simone on here. Girl, is that legal? And Simone literally went through a conservatorship and what likely happened to put Wendy under that conservatorship. I told you guys that the information that was given to me, and this was just, you know, in the streets, was that Kevin Jr. was accessing, well, it started with Kevin Sr. Allegedly, Kevin Sr. was trying to access Wendy's accounts. But of course, the bank knows that Kevin Sr. ain't supposed to be nowhere near Wendy's accounts. So that set off a trigger, that set off an alarm. And then Kevin Jr. was withdrawing money to pay his rent. Remember, we talked about how much he was living in this $2 million condo down in Florida and all of these different things that was happening with Wendy's money, which is what triggered the bank. Now, remember, I told you guys that when you have a certain amount of money in a bank, baby, you get a personal banker. Life ain't the same for you when you have millions of dollars in a bank, okay? You have a personal banker that is very much familiar with the ins and the outs, the comings and the goings, your spending habits, and all of those things. And when they saw Kevin Jr. taking out a lot of money, and again, I'm sure that they tried to have conversations with Wendy, and y'all see how Wendy talking. Like I said, I told y'all, I still don't think she needs to be, I don't think she's incapacitated, but I also think that she has a hard time, you know, giving you a straight answer about stuff. And I think that triggered something. We found out that the banker went to her boss about the concerns, and then her boss was like, okay. I told y'all this 2 years ago. And then about a year ago, we talked about an article that was in the Sun Times, which I know is a little bit of a tabloid, but they were talking about Kevin Jr. spending up all the money, and that is what triggered the bank. So now, fast forward to today, Wendy is now admitting what I already told y'all. Now I'm gonna read y'all. Now I'm gonna read y'all the article that I read to y'all last year. And I have a whole video on it. You can go back and look. I got a whole video on it. Let me see if I can open this up, child Lord. Me and my electronics today are just not. Okay, here it is right here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, it didn't. Child. Oh, Lord, honey. Technology. Okay, hold on. All right. It says that as previously exclusively reported, remember I told y'all, hey, Nay, hey, boo. Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., was accused of spending over $100,000 of his mom's money on her Amex before Wells Fargo shut down her accounts. Now, I still think they went excessive. I still think they went too far. I'm still side-eyeing this conservator, but there was a legitimate reason why the alarm went up, okay? Now, I'm going to read y'all this article that came out today, okay? Wendy Williams slammed son Kevin Jr. as a horrible person for stealing her money and dropping $130,000 on a yacht party. $130,000 on a yacht party. Marnie said, my mother worked in trust operations. She paid bills through people's trust accounts. My mother had to flag any strange spending from the account she handled. Exactly. And I think $113,000 on a yacht party for, at the time, what, a 20-year-old? Again, I'm at the very least, it sparked a phone call to Wendy saying, girl, do you know? Girl, do you know? All right. Now, but it gets deeper. It gets deeper. Wendy Williams has slammed her son Kevin as a horrible person for stealing her money in an exclusive new documentary. Lord, how many documentaries we gonna do? Wendy held back tears as she talked about the alleged betrayal by her only child in her new Tubi documentary, TMZ Prevents Saving Wendy. I think somebody in the chat just said, oh, Harlem said that she's watching that now. I might need to go over there and watch it, honey. Wendy Williams... Hold on, let me scroll down, child. The former Wendy Williams show star spoke to TMZ's Harvey Levin through the window at the health facility as she is unable to leave or have visitors. She explained, my son overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. He overstepped his boundaries and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap, like he was stealing from me. Wendy then seemed to imply that Kevin Jr. is the reason she is currently in a restrictive guardianship. All I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, it's that still going on because that's when my money got frozen with Wells Fargo. And thank God, no more money stealing from my son and the other people, she said. Wendy also detailed how her son had possession of her phone while she was staying with him in Miami in 2022. And she was absent from her popular talk show. Remember when Wendy took that leave of absence from her show? They said that she was down in Florida living with her son. The talk show host said it was problematic because Wells Fargo couldn't get in contact with her. So see, they tried to call her. They tried to call her and verify these charges, but her son had her phone and they couldn't get Wendy on the phone. When the suspicious activity was happening with her account, what is going on with my son and where's my phone, Wendy said. Where's my phone? Kevin, where's my phone? Why are you keeping my phone? There was nothing that I could do without my phone. Who am I going to call? I don't know anybody in Miami. I don't know anybody in Florida except for my family. And so my son is overspending. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Wendy was asked about a filing in which Wells Fargo called her the victim of undue influence. Speaking about the undue influence, Wendy said, listen, my son is a really good person. You know, I'm not going to cry about that shit. I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he's a horrible person to me. Wendy, girl, Wendy. See, this is why the people think you need to be incapacitated. This is why the people think you need to be in a home. You said he's a bad person. He's a good person. He's a bad person to me. Sir, ma'am, Wendy. And I understand what her son and she loves him. I get what she's saying. I do. I understand what she's saying, y'all. Before y'all start yelling at me, that's still her son. I know that's still her son, and I know she loves her son, even though she hates what her son did to her. I get it. But when people are already questioning your mental capacity, I need you to be succinct. I just need you to be succinct. Anyway, you know, the way he moves with other people and what's going on, these people at my apartment in Miami, what are you doing? Oh, you spent what? And what's going on at Wells Fargo? Wendy was then asked about when Kevin rented a yacht for his 21st birthday party for $113,000 in 2021. As the U.S. Sun exclusively revealed in August of 2022, Kevin had done more than just rent a boat for his birthday. He also spent over $100,000 on his mother's American Express card before Wells Fargo froze her account. She then alleged, here's where it gets real nasty, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? She then alleged a woman had been impersonating her in an attempt to steal even more money from her, and that it was her own son who had introduced that woman to Wendy. I'm going to read that one more time. She then alleged a woman had been impersonating her in an attempt to steal even more money from her, and that it was her own son who had introduced that woman to Wendy. He has a way of getting with a couple of other people. I'm saying my son is not the only one involved with my money. And by the way, somebody pretended to be me. And it wasn't anybody in my family. It happens to be a person that I was introduced to by my son. It was a woman approximately in my age group. Now, what Kevin, 21-year-old ass doing hanging out with a 60-year-old woman? That sounds premeditated. That sounds premeditated. What in the hell does a 21-year-old need to be hanging out with a 60-year-old woman? That sounds like you was setting this shit up, Kevin. It was a woman approximately in my age group. This woman on the phone pretending to be me, red flag, Wells Fargo, red flag. And so thank God they stopped all of the money that had been stolen from me by these people, you know, and they stopped it. And fortunately, I still have money left. Now, let me say this. Wendy's niece, Alex Fine. If you guys have listened to these interviews, Alex is her niece that's been helping her do these interviews. Told the documentary cameras that the star is being treated like a criminal in her assisted living facility. If you feel as though she's a victim, then why are we locking her up like she's a criminal? That's a good question. If you feel as though there are people who have done or are doing the wrong things in her life, why is she being treated like a criminal? Why they're able to continue doing whatever they're doing and living their lives? That's the problem I have with it. She's the victim in all of this. Her niece, who, as the U.S. Sun exclusively reported, hired a high-profile attorney to help her fight for Wendy, then clarified that the sole purpose of her legal team is to help her free Wendy from the guardianship. There's a very robust plan that is going to be put in place to make sure that whoever was at the center of this will not be able to be at the center ever again. We can get a bank to be a trustee and to make sure that her money is monitored and nobody's able to financially exploit her. She needs care, you know. You can be a care manager. The documentary then featured a statement submitted by the judge without Wendy's son that said, while Mr. Hunter apologized for past mistakes, the inappropriate behavior, the court is not convinced that he can keep her safe and wouldn't willingly or unwittingly expose her to financial exploitation. Her niece, Alex, then asked point blank if Wendy was released, if she could be placed under her son Kevin's care. Alex flatly said, no, this is how we got here in the first place. In a court filing, if read in the documentary, the Guardian was directed by the judge to give Wendy as much freedom as possible. So the judge said give Wendy her freedom. So why is this woman in a facility where she can't have visitors and she can't go out and she's stuck in that room? Like, if the judge said give her freedom, I'm not understanding why she don't have her freedom. The judge at one point used Wendy's often used expression, you know what I mean, as an indication of her alleged frontal temporal dementia diagnosis. However, the documentary showed Wendy has been using that expression for years on her widely popular The Wendy Williams Show, right? Niece Alex claimed Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, is acting so restrictive due to the lawsuit with Lifetime over their hard-to-watch documentary. They had to say hard-to-watch documentary, although it was hard to watch. Sabrina sued Lifetime after the documentary questioned her ability for the ailing host, who was seen in the throes of alcoholism and appearing to struggle cognitively. Wendy's niece believes the Lifetime documentary made Sabrina look so absent for Wendy's care that now she has the star completely locked up. In another segment of the documentary, they brought on a neurologist who discussed Wendy's diagnosis. Wendy was diagnosed with alcohol-related brain damage, which is a type of dementia. But remember, we talked about that here. You guys were saying that when it's alcohol induced, that when you stop drinking, it can be reversed. So if her dementia if they're saying it's alcohol related brain damage, then if she gets sober and she doesn't drink, I wonder how much will it be reversed. Thank you, Don. Yes, if you have not already voted today, Please get over and vote for the Boss Babe Awards. Y'all know it's myself. Y'all know Don Don. Y'all know Scotty by Nature. Y'all know Chasing Reality. Y'all know those are all people that I with. Okay, I can't tell y'all who to vote for, but y'all know who I rock with. Okay, so you can vote once every 24 hours. So if you vote today at 4:30, you can't vote again tomorrow until after 4:30. So for the people that were like, it won't let me vote again because it's once every 24 hours. It resets at 24 hours. Okay, thank you, and thank you, Don Don Boo. I know you lying. We got 178 people in here. I know you lying to me about we only had 6 likes. I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. The neurologist who has not treated Wendy discussed that diagnosis as well as the frontotemporal dementia diagnosis that her guardian has made public. So he doesn't treat Wendy, but he's just gonna speak on his experience. The insider explained that a brain scan was done as part of Wendy's rehab stay in 2019. A neurologist sat down with her and her son and then husband. The doctor explained to them that Wendy was suffering from alcohol-related brain damage. They told her her alcohol abuse had done permanent damage to the layers of the brain. Well, they saying permanent damage. She was warned then and there that if she continued to drink, the damage would only get worse. Okay. In that meeting, they gave Wendy a devastating prognosis. The doctors at the rehab foretold of the eventual decline of Wendy's cognitive abilities, which had become apparent to those who have come in contact with the star in recent years. They told her that if she kept drinking, she would continue to grow more forgetful, that she wouldn't remember people's names, and eventually she would forget who people even were. After a comment call was sent to Wendy's team, they released a statement saying Wendy has been diagnosed with aphasia and frontal temporal dementia, and that was in 2023. The decision to share this news was difficult and made after careful consideration, not only to advocate for understanding and compassion for Wendy, but to raise awareness about aphasia and frontal temporal dementia and support the thousands of others facing similar circumstances, the statement read. The neurologist said the symptoms of FTD mimic those of ARBD, and she believes Wendy may have been misdiagnosed. She also said that ARBD can improve with sobriety for some people. Child. Meanwhile, the star said she can't remember the last time she saw a doctor to be evaluated. She said she's been in her assisted living facility for 6 or 7 months, and she has not seen a doctor one time. How you ain't seen a doctor one time? That's crazy. She's a 62-year-old woman that clearly has some issues. Why she ain't been to a doctor? That's crazy. Before that, she said she was in a facility in Connecticut and cannot remember how long it had been since she saw a medical professional there. Sure. This thing is so many different crazy ways. Like, I know a lot of people, you know, you either like Wendy or you hate Wendy. And, you know, some people can't separate the two. I wasn't the biggest Wendy fan. I didn't watch Wendy Williams' show, but I respected what she did for the culture, right? Wendy Williams made all of this possible for all of us, right? There's no Tasha K if there's no Wendy Williams, right? Funky Donnie, like all the people that come down here and give you gossip and all of that. Like, so I respect the hell out of her. I told you guys 2 years ago that unusual spending from her son and from her husband trying to access her accounts is what sparked this. Now it's making a lot more sense because it sounds like the bank tried to contact her, which said, listen, we just want to make sure you cool with this. We see that there's a whole lot of charges. I mean, we're talking about over $200,000 worth of charges in a small window of time. We just want to make sure that you're approving this and it's all good. Had she answered the phone and said, yeah, it was Kevin's birthday. I let him splurge. It was his 21st birthday. It's no big deal. Okay, he spent $100,000. I bought him a new car. Like, if she had answered the phone and gave them an answer, even if it was a lie, none of this would have happened. But the fact that she couldn't, according to her, the fact that she couldn't get to her phone sparked off all of this. So now, if your job is to make sure this woman's money is being spent correctly, appropriately, and you can't get her on the phone to verify these charges, it's just like when your credit card flags a charge. If you don't answer that phone fast enough, baby, they cut that card off. Has that ever happened to y'all? Because that has definitely happened to me. Baby, I've gotten a flag before. I done tried to buy something. I remember I was buying something from a Chinese website, some dress that I ended up not even being able to fit, child. And it flagged my account. And the bank called me, but I didn't recognize the number. So, I didn't answer. It didn't come up as my bank. So I didn't answer the phone call. Baby, next thing I know, they was declining stuff. I said, what the hell? And when I called them, they were like, well, we tried to call you. We only have a small window of time to verify the charge. If you don't call us back in that window of time, baby, we're going to cut that card off because we don't know if somebody else has your card. And if they just going down, if they just at the mall going store to store to store to store, right? So if they do that to me with my little bit of money in the bank, oh, they good for doing it when you out of town. Yeah, you should always call the bank and let them know, baby, I made that mistake. It ended up not declining. But when I went on the cruise, I took a card that I hadn't used in a while because it's my travel card. I pay it off. I hold on to it. That's my travel card. So I remember thinking, damn, I haven't used this card in like a year. And I paid it off and I haven't touched it. And I was like, now I'm in the middle of the ocean because I was using it, at the end of the cruise. I was using it to close out my account because the only thing I had on my account was I bought a cigar. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, everybody that's voting. I really appreciate y'all. I really do. And I forgot to call. So when I was standing there, I was like, please don't decline this damn charge because now I got to go call the bank and come back. But it went through, but it wasn't a lot. It was less than $100. So I think that's probably why I went through because I bought that cigar and then I bought something for my sister. I bought her something out of the duty free and that was it. I bought her something out of duty free and I bought a cigar. So it was less than $100. So it went through, but I was nervous because I said, damn, I forgot to tell them that I was going out of the country. So anyway, always do that. Always do that because it's happened to me. But again, y'all, imagine they do it to us with our money in the bank. And I ain't questioning y'all. Some of y'all might be millionaires and you ain't told me, and that's okay. But I know most of us are average Joes, right? Most of us, we might have a little bit of change in the bank, right? We might have some change in the bank, but most of us are average Joes. So if they cutting us off on our average Joe's account, imagine what was going on with Wendy. And then when they couldn't get Wendy on the phone, and I remember, so really, I see you can only vote once per device for the entire day. What? I've voted more than once already from my phone. Don, that's not right. I've voted more. I've been voting every day from my phone. That's not right. I'll check when I get off of here because that's not happening to me, or at least it wasn't happening to me. I hope they didn't change something. Not Chuck said I'm way less than average. I'm not doing this with you, Chuck. I am not doing this with you. You had to use a different device too. Hold on, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. My food on the way here. Hold on. Let me see. Because I've been voting. I haven't voted today, but I've been voting. I done voted every day. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, y'all must have jinxed me. Hold on. No. Wait a minute. Y'all jinxed me. Within a 24-hour period. Child, I finally got my appetite back, but I didn't feel like going out, so I just ordered some pizza. Because I haven't had an appetite. All I've been eating for 2 days is soup. I haven't had an appetite. I just been putting some on my stomach. Child. All right, I'm going to email it to myself. Maybe it hasn't been 24 hours. Man. Okay. All right, I'll fool with that when I get off here. I'm about to get off here in a few minutes. Yeah, it's within 24 hours. So maybe I voted late last night. I'm trying to think. It's 4:30. I might have voted late last night. I can't remember what time I voted. Yeah, I've been drinking so much water, which is a good thing. But baby, I've been drinking so much water. My American Express sends me text messages. My bank, yeah, my bank does too. When I use my card, I get an alert. I do. I get an alert. And my Amex does. My Visa doesn't. But you know, that's a bullshit. Child, that's my bullshit Visa anyway. That's my, like I said, that's my break in case of emergency card, child. I don't care. But my Amex does. Imagine being that banker just hoping people don't find out you're the one that turned in Wendy. Well, now she's sort of been vindicated, because the other thing that we talked about, if you guys remember when I talked to Simone, because Simone actually had some paperwork, and I was trying to find that damn video. Y'all, I really got to do a better job of chronicling these videos. But when we did, when Simone and I did the video with Girl Is That Legal, she actually had some paperwork, and I don't remember what she was able to pull, but she actually had some paperwork. And one of the things that she said that she was told that there was a question about somebody. It was questionable that somebody was trying to access her account. And a lot of us assumed it was Kevin Sr. I know, let me not say a lot of us. I did. I was like, so was Kevin Sr. trying to get into her account, knowing he ain't supposed to have access to none of her money? And I think Simone and I both sort of thought it was Kevin Sr., right? Well, come to find out, maybe it was this woman. Maybe it wasn't Kevin Sr. at all. Maybe it was this woman. Now, I do feel like this thing was a setup, because, again, what 21-year-old know a 60-year-old woman? Just randomly know a 60-year-old woman. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? What 21-year-old? Like, I don't know. I mean, I do. But no, I'm telling a lie. Anyway, I do, but I'm 50. So me knowing a 60-year-old, when I was 21, the only 60-year-olds I knew was in my family. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yep. So I don't know. I mean, I hate that it came to this. It sounds like this was in the court documents. And when TMZ did the interview, they read through the court documents, and then Wendy spoke on it. Because, again, remember, she's trying to get out of this conservatorship. So I don't think she's throwing her son under the bus. I think she's finally telling the truth. I think she's been trying to protect her son. Honestly, I think she's been trying to protect her son. But finally, she's got to say, listen, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go get my food. Coming. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh. Thank you. Have a good one. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. You said drop the link. I sent the voting link to my job. I know that's right, Chuck. Thank you, boo. Yes, thank you, boo. All right, I'm gonna drop the link. I have about 20 minutes, because at 5 o'clock we heading over to El Teddy's house. I already had the redirect on, so I got about 20 minutes. I'll drop the link. I got about 20 minutes. Now listen. Okay, we're going. Just know I got 20 minutes. I have till 5 o'clock. It is 4:42. All right. Thank you, everybody who's helping me, y'all. There's the link. I agree. Big Kevin and Little Kevin might have been in it together. I just think it's not random that a 21-year-old knows a 60-year-old woman that happens to look enough like Wendy Williams to try to go into a bank and impersonate her. And where is this lady? Why ain't nobody filed no charges? You know what I'm saying? Why we ain't filed no charges? Okay, love. I don't know who you are, love. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my Let me put my banner up. I don't know who this is. Let me put my banner up. Hold on.
Hey, really, this Katrina girl. I put love.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
trying
ain't
to
know who
spread.
you are, boo.
I'm trying to
Hey.
spread some love in this conversation here.
I
I'm
know
just
that's
trying to
right.
spread some
Spread that
love,
love.
girl. But no, what I wanted to say was, if this her son knows that she always being a stupor, so he feels like he can go get this money and do what he want to do because he ain't got nobody to answer to. You know what I'm saying? Because he already
Uh-huh.
know his mom condition. Come on now, you know Wendy. We all know she hit the bottle and she do the other stuff. So she be in a stupor most of the time. So he feels like he can go in this bank and get the money because when you like that, you give them permission. This child is just not start this. He been using that money like this. And when that red flag popped up, that's when she noticed it. Cause when she's a millionaire, come on, be for real. So you honestly think that he thought that was a lot of money for him? They do this all the time. And like what you said with the credit card, because with my Citibank, I know this girl stole my credit card and gave it to her sister to go shopping. But see, my
Mm.
Citibank knows these credit cards knows how you shop and how you spend. If you spend more than what you normally spend, they're gonna send up a red flag and they're gonna ask
Mhm.
that cashier to ask to see some ID
Yeah.
or they'll call you. So when they couldn't get in touch with Wendy, that's when they call because he been spending money like this, but see, he probably never spent that in that entirety of that amount, and that sent up that red flag. And by him having her phone, they couldn't get in contact with her for her to say yes, it's my son. But then when Wendy was down there with her son, she did a video, remember, saying that her son never stole from her. It wasn't her son.
Mhm.
See, Wendy had us
Mhm.
going back and forth. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the conservatorship, I can get that. I'd rather for my family spend my money than somebody else that I don't know to spend my money. You get what I'm saying? Because I made my money, and however I want to spend it, that's the way I want to spend it. You can't tell me how to spend my money. And Wells Fargo is the worst bank that black people can deal with anyway, because I had to sue them because they was unfair to us from buying houses. They put accounts in my name that I never opened, so they had to pay me money back from that. Wells Fargo is very, very tricky. And that's why I'm telling people, be careful with Wells Fargo. I say they probably trying to keep Wendy money because they got to pay out all these lawsuits. They got a lot of lawsuits they got to pay out of. But what I'm saying is, this boy been doing this all along. And he realized his mama's a millionaire. That's pennies to them. And see, when they sit there think of it, then because Wendy say one thing and then she say another. Because Wendy always on her show, she always be saying those other people like she don't have money herself. She always was humble. Wendy is very frugal, as you can see. She do not go out buying all flashy stuff whatsoever. So I mean, it's a lot, but that's all I had to say, girl. I had to come up because I can't keep typing because it kept
Okay.
cussing me out.
Well, thank you,
But that's
boo.
all I got. You welcome.
Thank you. So Andrea brings up a good point. How many people think that the son was being manipulated by the father? Mm-hmm. Yogi said, I think Wendy initially lied to protect her son, not understanding the trick bag was put in her hand. I agree. I agree. Y'all, this thing is salty. It's good, but it's salty. I got the stuffed cheese. I've been looking at it. So I just got the stuffed cheese. It's good. I mean, the stuffed bread. I got the spinach and feta stuffed bread. It's good, but it is so salty. Ugh, it is so salty. Okay. Hey, Sam. Hey, boo.
Hey, really B. Hey, everybody. So I just wanted to say, I work I work at a bank. I work at a bank, and for what it sounds like with the excessive spending, I know we would typically reach out to the account holder, of course, but if you can't get a hold of them, then you just put a hold on the account, you freeze it. So I'm wondering how this got all the way to court if they never talked to Wendy to get a confirmation on the purchases? How did it get all the way that far? So I think it's, there's a lot more pieces to the story that maybe just haven't come out yet. Or if Wells Fargo just, maybe they have a little bit different policies or procedures or something. I don't know, but it's just odd to me that it got all the way to court as opposed to just freezing the account until you actually get a hold of the owner. And typically, I know, like at our bank, she would have to come in. Like it probably wouldn't be a verification like over the phone. She would have to come inside. So that's why this is just kind of weird to me. And then even out, and matter of fact, when I get off of this, I'm gonna log on and look up our either elder abuse policies or unusual or suspicious activity policies and see if that's ever changed, um because now that really just has me curious, right? Because it's not out of the norm, for someone who's wealthy, for friends or family to excessively spend on their account, and you don't just freeze their account and send them to court. It's so many more steps in between that. It doesn't work like that. And put somebody in a conservatorship or a guardianship, like that's so extreme. Like there has to be so many more steps or so many more things that happened that were unusual for it to even get that far. And for them to assign a guardian or a conservator that's not friend or family. So it's a lot of missing information there. But also, just a side note before I hang up, when are you gonna finish Young, Famous, and African? Because my goodness, I need to hear you go over the whole season. I need to hear you finish it.
I'm gonna finish it. Well, I'm gonna try to finish it this weekend. I'm up to episode 4, so I have to do, it's 8 episodes. So I gotta do the last 4. Matter of fact, I may watch one of the episodes tonight.
Oh, also, I did vote on the Boss Babe thing. I did vote for you, but even like it's true, it's not letting me do it with my phone again. And I honestly thought it was just me until somebody said it today. And then when they said it today, like in the chat, and they're like, we'll do it from a different device. So I logged onto my iPad and tried to do it, and it would not let me as well. So it let me into the actual like list of, people who are nominated. And then when I select you and I hit send to send the vote, it redirects me and say, to verify that you have only participated once, you need to log into Facebook. I was like, what? And it gives you a redirect to Facebook. And then it says the redirect cannot open. So it won't even open the link that it's sending me to. So it's basically like, you're trying to get around it, but just once. So I don't know what that's about. Okay. But yeah,
I'm gonna reach out and figure it out. I'll let you guys know. I'll reach out to them because I don't understand it either.
Okie dokie. Well, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Boom.
All right.
Someone read the court document that said Wells Fargo initiated an investigation where some of her coworkers, etc., were interviewed and expressed concern about her being taken advantage of. I personally, like I said, you guys, I definitely think it's a tangled web. I think I forgot who said it, but I think you were right when you said that the son probably got caught up. Wendy was defending her son, not realizing that it was putting her in a trick bag, right? I'm going to defend my son. I'm going to say I did it. I gave him permission. It wasn't a big deal until she realized it was putting her ass in a damn conservatorship. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, 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 he stole my money. Because let's not forget, she was just at his college graduation 2 months ago? So, I mean, I'm not saying that she can't be happy for him, but clearly there's communication there. Does it make anyone else log in? Yeah, that's what Tam just said, that it redirects her to Facebook, which is crazy. That's yeah. I'm gonna reach out to the Boss Babe Awards because that's crazy, because you're supposed to be able to vote once a day for 30 days, and if it's not letting people do that, then that's a problem. So I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna reach out and find out what's going on with the link. Because it didn't let me do it either, but it's been letting me do it though. I feel like maybe they did. I don't know. I know that I have voted more than once from my phone. That I know to be a fact. I have voted probably about 4 or 5 times from my phone. That I know to be a fact. Now it ain't letting me do it today. Stop. Tracy, you here? Let me see what the Pascal show talking about. The Pascal show said Diddy loses big against the feds in court. Now that could just be, it may not be that big of a deal, but I'm gonna find out from Tracy what it was. I'm gonna find out from Tracy. Okay. It says only one vote per device. See, that wasn't my Don. Was that your understanding? That wasn't my understanding. I know listen, I'm telling y'all a fact. Like, I'm telling y'all, I have voted for myself more than once. I'm telling y'all I have. It started out as them trying to protect her and eventually put her in a very precarious situation. Now, Sabrina had been accused of the past conservatorship abuse. Yeah. Oh, that was about the notepad and the correctionals. Okay. So the judge sided with the prosecution about the documents, whether they were I voted for Scotty more than once on my phone. Now I ain't gonna lie, so I voted every single day, but I know I voted for him more than once. Yeah, that was my understanding. And like I said, I know I've done it for my phone because I didn't on the cruise, I took my tablet, but I was voting from the cruise. And I didn't use my tablet, I used my phone. I don't know, y'all. All right. Well, if it's one time per device, thank you to everybody who has already voted for me. And especially if you voted for multiple devices, I guess I gotta vote for my 2 laptops and my what's that thing called? My tablet, child. I'm gonna have to vote for my nephew's tablet. Maybe we have to go to the website. Maybe, Corey. Maybe. But, listen, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me. I want to thank everybody that's been voting for me. We're going to figure it out. The second day I tried, it kept redirecting me to buy tickets. Yeah, it did that to me at first. And then it later on that day, it let me vote. I don't know. Yeah, DB, we're wrapping it up. We about to. Oh, thank you for reminding me too. We met. Okay, so for the American Red Cross, y'all know I set a goal of $1,500. But as the month went on, I was like, we're probably not gonna get $1,500, but I set a goal of 1,000. So I want to thank you. I got a message last night, somebody saying, and I don't know if they want me to say their name, so that's why I'm not saying their name. They were like, really, B, I'm gonna go ahead and make the donation to get us to 1,000. So I want to thank you, my little angel that paid the final 100 and some change to get us to 200 to 1,000. So we raised $1,000 for the American Red Cross for the California wildfires. Again, I will continue to look for opportunities for people to donate, especially to the community of Altadena. But I want to thank you guys because, again, like I said, if you have a VPN, you can vote from the same device. Okay. Got it. Okay, got it. Okay. So thank you guys for that. We back on our Black Girl Vitamins kick. I ain't been talking about it lately, but we are back on our Black Girl Vitamins kick. If you have not gotten your re-up, your supply, y'all get on over there. Use your discount code ReallyBTV. Remember, since we're talking about multiple devices, remember you can use it once per email. So you can't use the same one if you're using the same email. But if you got more than one email, go ahead and use your other email and get your 20% off. So I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me with that. So y'all, we got a busy couple of months ahead of us. I'm going to, Tam, I'm getting ready to go watch the next episode of Young, Famous, African right now. And if I feel compelled, to talk about it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it tonight. But don't forget that thank you everybody that's sending it to their friends and family as well. Am I going to review Traders? I think I'm just going to wait till Friday and do it with, because I don't think Abby and Kiss My Cheeks did, oh, I gotta send that list to Kiss My Cheeks too. I don't think Abby and Kiss My Cheeks did it on last Friday. So I think I'm just gonna wait and we'll just do both episodes together on Friday. Ready to Love, same thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do Ready to Love. I haven't even watched the episode yet. Y'all know Raising Canaan comes back next month. I believe the beginning of March. I think March the 4th. So y'all know I'll definitely be reviewing that. I normally don't do that one live, but I get more views when I go live. So I may do that as a mixture. I may do it live depending on time. And if I don't have the time to do it live, then I'll just do an upload. It's just so much. My reviews are usually 40 minutes long without doing it live. So I don't know. And again, don't forget we'll be on Bell Perspective TV tonight at 7:00 to talk about last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. Yeah. So if Angela and Abby had done Traders, I would do a video. But since they haven't done it, we're going to talk about it on Friday. So we'll just do both episodes on Friday. We'll just do it that way. Chuck, you asked me, was it Pizza Hut? No, it was Domino's. It was that stuffed cheesy bread. I did the spinach and feta. It looked so good, which it was good. It was just way too salty. Y'all know, my taste buds still are not 100% because I told you I didn't even have an appetite until now. So my taste buds are still not 100%. Also, my taste buds aren't 100% because y'all know I'm on my medicine and I can't eat like I used to. You know what I'm saying? I just can't eat like I used to. I can't eat sugar like I used to. Stuff is too sweet. Stuff is too salty, which is a good thing. But I ate because I was hungry, but I probably won't eat the rest of it. I ate like 3 pieces. I probably won't eat the rest of it. It was just really, really salty. Really, really salty. Okay, y'all, we about to head over to El Teddy's house. You ain't got to do nothing, but just hang on. We heading on over there. Thank you to the 179 people that are in the chat. Yes, I'm going to put it on my community wall, Chuck. I would definitely share her link on my community wall. Yes. Matter of fact, I'll do it. I'll try to do it now. If you guys have not hit that like button or subscribed and all of that good stuff, please do on your way out the door. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.